Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. So I actually got a sign this morning that today's episode had to be fun because the first person I saw was wearing a t-shirt that said, "I'm not insane, I'm mentally hilarious." And I actually told her that I wanted to mug her for her t-shirt. So it got me thinking because I laughed so hard and it put me in such a good mood that I had to share some of the funniest cancer t-shirts that I have either been given, purchased, or that I've seen. So I'm just going to read a few of them because actually, as I'm thinking about reading them, I'm crying, laughing before I even get to say it. Okay, here we go. I do not like cancer here or there. I do not like cancer anywhere. Now, for those of you who've read Dr. Seuss jokes, or you have to read them to your kids, this is a tribute to Dr. Seuss, and I just thought it was really clever and really funny. Okay, here's another one. My oncologist does my hair. Now, I was bald for almost 2.5 years off and on. So I wish I had had this t-shirt when I was going through cancer treatment. I think that it's hilarious. If you don't feel comfortable wearing it out, you could just wear it around the house to clean, or you could sleep in it. Now, just backtrack for 1 second, because I think most of you know that I started the Comedy Cures Foundation from my chemo chair, my first chemo treatment. And it was the impact that this chemo comedy party had on everyone in the facility that made me inspired to start the Comedy Cures Foundation. So I personally have used comedy and a comic perspective and laughter as my superpowers to go through this. And by just showing you some of the t-shirts that I find funny, I'm hoping that you can look at these pain points and these situations and start to see how other people have taken those pain points and put their sense of humor around it. Now, I did not write any of these jokes. You guys have heard before about the 31-day tumor humor challenge that I have online that I did and that I reference often throughout the podcast. But these are just funny t-shirts that I've fallen in love with that I want to share with you and hope that it starts to help you develop your comic perspective. Okay, let's get to another one. The chemo made me do it. Oh, I just love that one because that's what I would say, except I called it the cancer card, as you know. But just to have a shirt on, the chemo made me do it, especially if somebody's blaming you for something. Okay, this one's a little bit racy, not very much, but just a little bit racy. I'm going to modify it a little bit so that it doesn't have a curse word in it. But you're probably going to go, that is not racy. But I have some very religious people who also tune into this podcast. So I try to keep it really like clean and safe for everyone. This isn't bad, but I just want to warn someone in case they have a kid with an earshot. I don't think it's that bad. Chemo touched my boob, so I kicked its ASS. I like that one because I'm a stage 4 breast cancer survivor. So I just thought that was a funny one. Now, this might be my favorite one. Are you ready for this one? Radiation would be so much more rewarding if cancer screamed while you destroyed it. Just the visualization, because I had to have 44 radiation treatments. So the visualization of while they were nuking me 44 times, I had to go 44 times. If I could just hear the cancer, like have the voice of the Wizard of Oz witch. No, I'm melting. I'm melting. That would have been terrifying if I hadn't thought of that myself. Like if they had just taken a scene from the movie and projected that audio into the radiation room, I probably would have jumped and messed up my radiation scan. But the fact that I have that audio interpretation in my head and that visualization makes me laugh. Okay, so that's it. Like, every day is different. Some are funny, some are serious, some are very strategic, some are just quirky like today. But I really took it as a sign when I saw her t-shirt that I just have to share. Oh my gosh, I forgot one. Are you ready for this one? This was one of the first ones. I think I told you on a different podcast, but it makes sense here anyway. So I was at a Comedy Cures event where I was the keynote. And after the show, a woman came up to me and started pushing on my boobs. And she goes, "They look so real." And then she ripped open her shirt, and underneath she had a t-shirt, and the t-shirt said, "Hell yes, they're fake. The real ones tried to kill me." So I actually took a picture of her t-shirt. And sometimes when I do a live event, I'll put the picture of her t-shirt into the show because it was just such a startling but funny moment. Anyway, if you find a great t-shirt or you have a great t-shirt, either take a picture of it and send it to me through comedycures.org or go to the record us button and then just record and tell me what it says. I hope you have a great day. I hope you see a lot of funny t-shirts. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys know this, but Beating Cancer Daily is a listener and donor-supported podcast and community. So if you have some extra change, I'd love you to go to comedycures.org and make a donation today of whatever level is comfortable for you. And it will be tax deductible to the extent allowed by law, because Comedy Cures is a nonprofit 501c3 organization founded from my chemo chair, April 1999, and we've been going strong ever since. So please consider making a donation today and help our community and this podcast thrive. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.